Everyone thinks they understand INFJs. They call them the rare ones, the mysterious dreamers, the quiet empaths who see the world differently. But here's the truth no one talks about, not even most INFJs themselves. The INFJ mind doesn't work like anyone else's. It's layered, paradoxical, and often misunderstood by the very people who claim to get them. Today, we're uncovering what no human ever truly understood about INFJs. The hidden mechanisms of their mind, their emotional world, and the silent battles they fight every day. 1. Their empathy is a double-edged sword. People say INFJs are deeply empathetic, but that word barely describes what's really happening. INFJs don't just feel for others, they merge with them emotionally. They unconsciously absorb the moods, energies, and unspoken pain around them, often without realizing it. This ability gives them near supernatural emotional insight. But it also leaves them drained, confused, and burdened by emotions that aren't even theirs. It's not simple kindness, it's energetic fusion, and it can be both beautiful and destructive. 2. They live in two worlds at once. To understand an INFJ, you must realize they never live in just one reality. On the surface, they move through the physical world like anyone else. But underneath, their minds operate on a symbolic, intuitive plane, a world made of meaning, pattern, and possibility. They don't just see what's happening, they perceive the underlying purpose behind it. It's like watching two versions of reality play at once, one visible, one hidden, and trying to make them coexist. That constant duality is why INFJs often feel alien, even among people they love. 3. They don't read people, they decode them. INFJs are often told they're good at reading people, but they're not reading in the usual sense. They're decoding. Through subtle cues, tone, micro-expressions, emotional shifts, they construct a psychological map of who someone truly is, beyond appearances. They sense motives, fears, and contradictions long before others do. This gives them incredible insight, but also emotional danger. Because once they see a person's truth, they can't go back to pretending they don't. 4. They feel responsible for everyone's pain. One of the most misunderstood aspects of the INFJ psyche is their deep sense of emotional responsibility. They don't just care about people, they carry them. When someone around them suffers, INFJs feel it like a personal failure. They believe it's their duty to help, to heal, to make things right, even at the cost of their own well-being. And yet, that savior instinct often leaves them depleted and unappreciated. They give everything quietly and end up feeling invisible. 5. Their silence speaks louder than words. INFJs' silence is one of their greatest mysteries. To others, it may look like withdrawal, indifference, or distance. But to the INFJ, silence is sacred space, a place to process layers of thought and emotion. When they go quiet, they're not ignoring you. They're analyzing every detail, connecting emotional dots that most people miss. Their stillness is never empty. It's full of meaning, reflection, and often pain they can't articulate. Their quiet is their language of self-preservation. 6. They are in constant conflict with themselves. No one truly sees the storm that lives inside an INFJ. Their heart pulls them toward connection, while their intuition warns them to protect their peace. They want to be vulnerable, but their trust issues whisper caution. They crave depth, yet they fear being consumed by it. They want to save others, yet they long to be saved themselves. This internal push and pull never stops. It's the essence of the INFJ paradox, a heart too big for its own safety, trapped inside a mind that overanalyzes love itself. 7. They sense emotional shifts before they happen. INFJs possess an uncanny emotional foresight. Before anyone says a word, they can sense when energy changes, when someone's pulling away, hiding pain, or lying to themselves. It's not guesswork. It's introverted intuition combined with empathy, like an emotional radar that detects truth before it surfaces. That's why INFJs often just know when something's wrong, even when everyone else insists things are fine. It's not paranoia. It's perception at its purest. 8. They hide their pain behind strength. What no one realizes is that INFJs often hide their deepest pain behind calmness and composure. They've learned that showing pain often leads to misunderstanding, or worse, rejection. So instead of burdening others, they retreat into themselves. They heal in silence, smile through heartbreak, and offer light to others while standing in their own darkness. Their strength isn't the absence of pain. It's the decision to keep giving love despite it. 9. They crave understanding, but fear being seen. At their core, INFJs want nothing more than to be deeply understood. But true understanding requires vulnerability. And vulnerability is something INFJs fear more than loneliness. Because being seen means being exposed. It means someone might reject the very depth that defines them. So they hide behind mystery, hoping someone will love them enough to look deeper, without being told how. 10. Their depth is both their power and their prison. Everything about the INFJ experience comes down to one truth. Their depth gives them insight beyond comprehension, yet it also isolates them. They understand others effortlessly, but feel forever misunderstood in return. They can feel universal love, yet struggle to experience simple belonging. They are the ones who heal others, but rarely find someone who can heal them. INFJs are not of this world in the usual sense. They live where emotion meets intuition, in the invisible space between what is real and what is possible. And maybe that's why no human ever truly understood them, because they were never meant to be ordinary humans at all. So if you're an INFJ watching this, know that your depth isn't a flaw. It's a rare form of consciousness. You see what others can't. You feel what others won't. And your purpose isn't to be understood. It's to awaken understanding itself. Because sometimes the rarest souls aren't meant to be explained. They're meant to be felt.